So, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this little guy, little teardrop here, it's called a double wide. Can we just take a minute to appreciate the satire, the humor in that? And beyond that, she only weighs about 800 or 900 pounds. Just came in here. The folks had this and loved it. It was their first camper, but decided they wanted a little more and went to a Hummingbird. But in the meantime, I wanted to grab my brother. This is Mr. Chase Haylett here. He's one of the owners. Well, he's the owner's other son that works here at Haylett's. And Chase, you're well, here, just to give people a reference point, you know, I'm 6'3". I mean, he's not, you know, a big muscle-bound dude. He's on his toes or anything like that, but just a normal dude. Just a dude, right?
Just a normal guy. Dude.
Show everybody how heavy this thing is. There you go. Now, drag it a couple feet. Look at this. He's not even putting it down and dragging it on the other tire. So, if you guys have something where you're trying to... Okay, stop.
Oh,
stop.
God.
Okay. Okay, go away.
Okay. Nice meeting you all.
Thank you. Oh my Lord, the people we choose to work with. Hey, you know, hey, anyway, you don't choose your family, right? Thanks, Chase.
No, we don't.
So, my point here is if you're looking for something small, you can shove in your garage. You've got a very limited tow capacity vehicle because it only weighs like 800 or 900 pounds. And there's really no way you can load enough cargo into it to like make it be too much weight anyway. This is a handy little thing that, you know, if you're just going to pull it out now and then, you're going to be good to go. Now, what's kind of nice is you're going to find here, it maybe needs a little bit of a bath, but you can see that this is not that like rubberized roofing you see in a lot of the industry. This is something that can hold up very long term to the weather. There's kind of two generations of little guy stuff. This is the early pre-2010 generation. Long story short, they just kind of moved their production facilities, and they changed some of the construction methodology, but obviously it's here, it's doing good. Everything that you need to worry about is there is nothing to worry about because there's not enough here for anything to really have ever gone wrong. That's kind of an interesting phenomenon I've noticed in the industry, ladies and gentlemen, is the bigger and heavier a unit is, the more towing stress it goes through, the more likely it seems like things are to wiggle loose. And this is just not the biggest, heaviest rolling earthquake you're ever going to find out there. Now, what I like that this spare tire is just an ace shape. And I like that it's a real spare tire, not a tiny little donut. You can see that it's not cooked to death or anything. The storage trunk on the front here, you could use it for a little cargo. It's where they do have the battery hidden away there, which I do like. If you want to put one of those tongue-mounted bike racks here, you could. The rest of the cargo tray just open for anything you want to do with it. Inside, it is just a bed. That is all this is inside. It's just a bed and a couple cabinets. But the fact that it is only just a bed means it's got something crazy, like almost effectively a California King in there. Now, the back area here, sometimes you'll see, like, if you go on Pinterest, you're gonna see where somebody took these teardrops and they turned them into like rolling bars and stuff like that. There's different stuff you can do with them. This one is, I guess, somewhat of a blank canvas. This is one that nobody ever really manipulated too heavily. Previous owners did add in here this nice little Bluetooth speaker, and they did add in some 12-volt power points right there. So if you want to keep your phone topped off or keep the speaker topped off, you can do that. This is just basically a serving station, effectively. It's just a countertop that you can utilize. And short of that, you're going to see all these little snaps on the outside. This is the only other thing. It does have like a tent screen room over here if you are looking for a place to sit down with a chair to keep some bugs away. Now, it's basically just a crawl in, crawl out, straight to the bed sort of scenario. And we are normally... I've kind of adopted a new process on my videos where I shoot the inside first and then go outside from there. But this thing's so small, I didn't really feel like we had to go through all that. Now, a couple notes here. You can see the big Max Air vent fan up top. That's going to be 12-volt powered like the lighting. So if you are boondocking, and these make just such a great little base camp for that. Now, this cabinetry up here, it actually does pass through to that outside, I don't want to call it kitchenette area, but little outside station. The bed goes all the way to the rear wall. This big black duffel bag is that like tent screen room. Now this thing over here, it's an electric heat pump. It can be an air conditioner or a heater. It did come with the RV, but to make this thing work, what you actually have to do is you actually have to like screw holes or drill holes through the walls for an intake and a exhaust. And the previous owners were just not comfortable doing that, so they kept it and never did anything with it. That's what it is for. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. But I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact that this is called a double wide. That is just too funny to me. This is like a I don't know, 6.5 foot wide little job. Weighs next to nothing. It's got like no towing, air resistance, or headwinds or anything. I think the biggest problem you're going to have with this camper is all the rubbernecking other people are going to do, and all the times people knock on the door and wake you up in the morning and want to see your tiny little camper. Other than that, hitch it up, get out of here, you're good to go. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.